Okay, so I didn't really want to make this video after making a video telling you guys to not doom post about Al Hutao just a few weeks ago, but I feel like this is something that I had to talk about because it's taken the community for a storm. And what I'm trying to say is, have you guys seen the leaks of Dehya? If you don't want to see her kit right now, if you don't want to see what she can do, what her numbers are, I do advise that you guys, stay away from this video, as I'm gonna touch on her damage and her numbers as well as her kit, because a lot of this stuff has been changed for the worst, and it was already bad to begin with. And again, I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm being hypocritical of doom posting, but this is a lot different, because I never seen Mahoyo wanting to make a unit worse than a 4-star character when they're a 5-star. And I'm not talking about the standard 4-stars like, Xingqiu, Chanling, etc. I'm talking about worse than, some of the worst ones like Xinyan. Of course, before I continue, I would like to let you guys know that I am the real A-Town, aka RGB Fox. And if you like this discussion video, do let me know in the comments below, and consider subscribing as it helps motivate me to keep making more videos. So let's begin. What's going on with the community? Right here I'm gonna put a string of tweets that's talking about a lot of the people's concern with how poor of a DPS Dehya could be. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and just assume that she's gonna be a DPS. Looking at her kit, it's clearly shown that they want to make her a shielder without the shield, if you guys get what I mean. Basically, what she's gonna do is she's going to mitigate damage for your active character and allow them to not take damage while giving them increased resistance to interruption. So think about having like a Zhongli shield that can, tank a lot of hits, and at the same time you can't get moved around by a Geo Vishap hitting you, right? However, in this case, do remember that unless it is 100% a shield, chances are eventually you will get interrupted in like a rotation or a combo, and that's just the way things are. Dehya is clearly not a perfect unit, and when you look at her actual numbers, if you look at her normal attacks, the damage is pretty low. If you look at her burst, it also looks very low, and it lasts for a short duration. Not only that, but even at level 10, it doesn't even seem worth using. With a 70 energy cost, she's gonna need a lot of energy, and even though she is not someone that necessarily wants Bennett in her team, at least from the first few looks of her kit, it's definitely something that you might want to consider if you want to battery this unit. Not only that, but if you look at her elemental skill, the elemental skill is basically what provides the field for your active character in order to be able to get damage mitigation from Dehya while she is off field, provide the resistance to interruption, and of course over time it deals damage. I think whenever you first place it on the field, it will do about 200%. Whenever you replace it, it does about 239, and then the field damage over time will hit for 123.8% every I think maybe second or so. I don't know the exact time. It only lasts for 12 seconds, of course, meaning that you have an 8-second cooldown once it's gone. But again, the mitigation can only really be about 200% of her max HP, which may sound like a lot, but if you're going across a bunch of enemies, then how much can it really tank? Not only that, but eventually the resistance is going to not matter anymore, and you're going to be interrupted in a combo, right? All this is to say is that, yeah, we did not get a new Shanling, we did not get a new Hutao, we barely got a new Diluc with her, but her numbers are atrocious. Quite frankly, I do think that her normal attack percentages are lower than the other Claymore units, even the 4-stars, and overall her kit just doesn't seem to apply enough pyro or enough damage every now and then. And now looking at the Fiery Sanctum damage, it's only able to trigger every 2.5 seconds. So every 2.5 seconds you get 123.8% of that field damage that hits an opponent. And if you even try to vaporize it, well, how good is it going to be? And remember, this is a unit that ascends with HP, so she is a split scaling character where her mitigation is based off HP and her damage is based off attack. And with that be a bad thing necessarily? No, not if they did it right. You know, if the numbers were high, then I wouldn't see it as a problem. But quite frankly, this has gotten worse as miHoYo has since dropped the damage for a lot of these numbers, mainly her bursts and of course her constellations. As you can see here, her constellation used to increase her max HP from 15%, now is going to do it by 20%, so that seems like a benefit. But of course, her Molten Inferno damage is dropped to about 3.8%, and the Lioness's Bite drops by another 3% as well. So ultimately, the damage that you get is just much lower, and that is frightening for a lot of people, especially myself. I don't know what miHoYo or Hoyoverse plans to do about this, and hopefully they don't take this video down because I am spreading leaked information. But at this point, I do want to know, are they purposely making this character bad? And if so, what is the upside to even try to, you know, make this character viable? If they really wanted to fix this character, I think they could leave the constellations alone. Ultimately, what you would need to do is increase the damage on her numbers. I mean, there's no other way to put it. And I'm not trying to sit here and say, miHoYo, give us a broken 5-star unit. You did that with Nahida, and honestly, that's more than enough right now. We don't need a broken 5-star every single time. But if you're going to promote a character that a bunch of the community likes, I mean, I like Dehya. She looks incredible. She's very cool, and she's one of the friendliest units in the game that I actually ended up enjoying from the story. I mean, again, people enjoy these characters for a reason, and if you're going to make them seem undesirable, well, that just doesn't seem like a good profit motive for a company that wants money. But hey, I'm not miHoYo, and perhaps this is just their way of saying we're just gonna release gimmicky 5-star units for the sake of it, and if you don't like it, you know, oh well. I could be again doom posting just like other people have and just not truly know the benefit of this unit. So, you know, until then, I'ma just be patient and I'ma see how miHoYo tends to handle Dehya and her overall presence in the future. Hopefully she ends up getting buffed, but from what we've seen, after a week she has not gotten buffed. She's gotten a nerf on, you know, something that I believe doesn't really need one. But hey, it is Hoyoverse's company and they can do whatever they want. Tell me what you guys think about this. Do you guys think that Dehya is going to be a bad unit? Are you gonna pull for her on release? At the moment, I'd be skeptical to want to do so, so I would say keep your money in your pockets. That has been it. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys wanted to have a little discussion, I mean, go ahead, like, share, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you think of this atrocity that befell upon us. And again, you know, I do feel bad making a video like this after I told people to not doom post anymore, but honestly, we even have prominent, you know, theory crafters such as Jeff saying, wow, this unit is definitely worse than Xinyan based on these first look. You know, I'm not saying to dick ride him, but I am saying take his word for what it is as someone who legitimately is able to look at some of these characters from leaks and make adequate decisions on whether or not they are worth it. That's about it. This has been RGB Fox. If you guys liked the video, again, I ask that you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and let me know what you think about this, because this just seems like dumpster fire to me. See you guys. Have a good day. Peace.